Charles Haley. You listen to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, switch to his right, gets to the 20. He's on the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's down to the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He dies. Touchdown, 49ers. 7 Owens, 27-yard line. 49ers into the backfield. Gets on third down. He will take it himself for a first down. Alex Smith is in. Touchdown.
His left hip. Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in the post, and it's good! Touchdown! Touchdown 49! It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, goes to slant to the left side. It's Michael, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for a touchdown! No greater redemption!
Kaepernick shoots it. Hold everybody. Colin Kaepernick. What a game. Touchdown.
Yeah. Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and we're here to bring you guys another fun-filled episode tonight. I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. Over here is my guy, Wayne Breezy. Breezy, what it do, baby?
What up, baby? What's going on, baby?
I miss the black backgrounds, man. That shit is so hard, man. It's just like you're just there, man. You just
Yo,
sitting
Black
there.
is
That's crazy.
back, baby. Let's go.
I like it. And speaking of backgrounds, the man with a million backgrounds, Ryan. What's going on, Playboy? How you doing, man?
Good. Yourself? I'm doing good.
Good.
Yep.
All right, guys. So listen, man. We have a fun-filled show here to go over. We have some formalities to go through and all that stuff. But I gotta ask how everybody has been doing because I haven't seen Breezy in a minute. You all right over there, bro? You you weren't getting the Nick treatment where they was like asking, like paying the ass, but they was.
Did you
worried
say I was
about
on
you, bro.
vacation? No, it was so awkward because I had to do like my scheduled podcast. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to take. Then I had like one of my artists like flew up here to record, but it was all during the week of this big exam, right? And I'm just like, oh. And I just forgot, schedules got mixed up. So it was just I was just studying. That's kind of like what I was doing. I would podcast, get off, study, record, study, podcast. Like so I had to take a break from something. So I had to kind of take a break from this, but I'm back. So what the I'm back. My vacations don't be long, baby. I don't like to miss work.
I like it a lot, man. I like it a whole lot. And you know what's crazy is that I saw this conspiracy theory going around. I won't tell y'all where I saw it, but it was like, is Nick a clone machine? Has all 5 guys ever been on the show at one time? You've never seen Nick and Brian and Weezy and Mike and Tony.
There's only been one time. We had all 5 of us on the screen. One show.
Good memory.
Just
Brian.
the one time. Is crazy, right? But yeah, so it's good to have the whole gang back. Let's go through these formalities really quick, though, guys. If this is your first time here on the YouTube page, we want to thank you guys for checking us out. Hit that like and subscribe button. You want to turn on notifications so you get breaking news videos live right here. There won't be a time or a warning like 8:30 p.m. Eastern on the East Coast, but it'll just be boom. The guys are on breaking news. So make sure you have those notifications set. Hit us up on some of our social media platforms. We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are Nothing But 9 ERS. All right. We also have Facebook, Instagram, as well as Twitch. And that is also Nothing But Niners, spelled all the way out. Nothing But Niners. Okay. Brian, I see you got that Quest for 6 thing going on down there. And let me tell you, I heard the faithful were just tired of that Quest for 6 stuff. They were like, yo, let's just go get it. Like, I mean, I kind of like the Quest for 6. It's like a little rally cry, but
Sure.
I think it's old. honestly.
That's what I'm talking. Like, let's talk. Like, is it a bad thing? Is it negative?
It's not a bad thing. It's not a negative thing. I don't want to hear Revenge Tour anymore, and I'm tired of hearing Quest for 6. Just because when we were on the Quest for 6, we didn't get it. So with that being said, I know let's just get 6 and then maybe Quest for 7. Like you know what I'm saying? like let's just skip that, get to 6. Because maybe we're jinxing ourselves, guys. Maybe we just need to go get it. I never heard the Steelers talk about Quest for 6. I never heard the Patriots talk about Quest for 6. They just went out and got it. So I think at this time, I would just like the 49ers to go get it by any means necessary, straight up Malcolm X style.
And in February. That boy good. That boy good. That boy good. All right, Brian. So what are your thoughts, man? I'm not asking. It's obviously not a topic or anything like that, but like I heard someone say, I think a Quest for 6 the same way I think of Who's Got It Better Than Us. Like I'm just over with that. Like it's just over. I like Quest for 6. I'm not gonna lie, I really do. But what are your thoughts on it, V?
No, I didn't really put too much, into thinking about it. I was just looking for a background to throw up there. But the Quest for 6, there's not a lot of teams out there with 5. So, for us, it's kind of an individuality thing. I know that there's a couple of teams that have crept up over the last, decade, with Pittsburgh getting 7 or getting their 6, and then, the Patriots getting their 6. So, it just kind of keeps us in the fight. But yeah, we could probably find a better terminology.
How about Brian? How about take 6?
That's fine.
Remember the group?
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Okay. All right.
Take 6.
I do have to say something real quick about Wayne. Between your black shirt, your black hat, and the black background, I just want to say Mekaleka High, Mekahani Ho, because you look like a floating head back there.
What it is?
No one knows anything but Brian and maybe Mike about Pee Wee Herman. Okay, so I say maybe Mike. We're a little older than you, bro. It just wasn't sure. But that was Pee Wee Herman, the TV show, right? Not the movies, the TV show.
Yeah. That was Lawrence Fishburne was the freaking mailman on that joint.
Do you remember that?
The talking chair and all that. Oh man, that was my show. That was my
high, Mekahani Ho. He was cursing on the
yeah, for real.
Heiny Ho.
Yeah. All right, man. So, all right, we start every show with the latest rumors and news from the 49ers. And then there is one. Listen, man, if we had done this show an hour earlier, we wouldn't have got this jewel here. And this is actually pretty big news. This is pretty big news. So I'm excited to talk it and break it down here. This tweet came in from Josina Anderson. You can see the timestamp. Literally an hour before our show started, 7:28 p.m. It says here, I spoke with 49ers defensive lineman Nick Bosa, ACL, on the phone real quick before his workout in Fort Lauderdale, Florida today. Bosa says right now he still wants to lay low while he continues to rehab, but he told me, and I quote, "You'll see my progress on the field next year. Tell them I'm going to be better." Guys, that's y'all get the.
I believe it when I see it, bro. Coming off of an ACL injury, I'm not putting my expectations that high, guys. I'm just not. Whatever we get from Bosa, I'm going to accept it. Just like we did with Jimmy Garoppolo. Now, I want to know why Jimmy Garoppolo won't come out and say something like this. You know what I'm saying? Let the world know. Yo,
because all right. I get all right. Nope, I'm not going to do it. But I like it.
Sorry, wrong topic, wrong show.
No. I like it. I like that. I like it. Like what the people you want to hear saying it. Where you at?
You know what I'm saying? Like either you don't want to be here, you want to be here. Which one is it? Like, because right now we don't know. But this wrong topic, Brian. Nick Bosa, baby. Bosa, baby.
Yeah, I'm all about it. And like you said, though, but I'll wait to see what we see when he comes back on the field.
That's
we
just older with our our prognosis is like
you get it back there and you show me what you can do, and then I'll believe in you.
Show me what you got. Oh yeah, I'm with that. So no disrespect. I think Nick is a great talent. I mean, 80 pressures as a rookie. That's phenomenal. Like that's ridiculous. But ACL injury.
Right.
That's scary to me.
I got excited. I'm not going to lie to you. The reason I got excited is because of a culmination of everything we have seen and heard from him since that injury. There were reports that if we had made the playoffs, he might have been able to come out and contribute. They didn't say for sure, but there were reports of that happening, right? Like he was that far ahead in his progress. Then we saw the video of him doing some certain workouts and stuff like that, and they were saying if you watch the way this is moving, that's moving. And I'm no doctor, I don't know. I just read the tweets and saw the video clips and got excited because of the words that were underneath it. They could have been telling me, his knee is made out of ice cream. I don't. Is that a good thing? I like ice cream. It makes me gassy, but I like ice cream, so I think that's a good thing if they told me that. So I'm watching all of these videos and everything, and the doctor that did his and Solomon Thomas's made was quoted in an article last week or the week before saying that they are healed further than what I thought they would be, and they're ahead of schedule and all that. So you're hearing all this, not just I'm okay, I'm rehabbing, I'm on schedule, I'm feeling good. Everything was he's better, he's like not better like physically better, but he's better than what we expected.
Right.
And then you read this from him. I got excited, man. Like Callie said, I got goosebumps.
I'm not knocking you guys for getting goosebumps. You know what I'm saying? It's just with all the stuff we've seen with our team. I mean, aren't we at that show us, prove it to us type stage by now? I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo was amazing in 2019 and gets a high ankle sprain, can't play in 2020, and then it's like I just want guys to go out there and give it their best. If you're injured, you're injured. I get it. I just feel like my expectations for a guy coming off of this injury to be as dominant as he was his rookie season, I don't think that's a right expectation to have. Now, if he exceeds everything, like above whatever, he's a mutant. Right. But if he doesn't exceed that, I think we should still be okay. That's all I'm trying to say. He's still going to be dominant. Because even if Joey was dominant after the ACL injury, you know what I mean? Like, it's just in their blood. It's in their DNA. I just feel like I'm just going to believe it when I see it. I'm glad you guys give goosebumps for reading. I don't like to read. So I
think for me, I'm just trying to keep all my expectations tempered because I was ready to go last year. Like, let's effing get this done. Let's go. Okay. I'm done.
I'm with Brian.
And then we had all these injuries and stuff. And I just don't want to set myself up for these high expectations for these players that are returning from injury and then get let down again. So I'm going to be a little bit more reserved this offseason.
Okay. All right. And I think that right there is the difference between y'all and me. Right? So no. It's not bad either way. It's not bad. By the way, I got to read this comment from Ray over here because if I don't read this, it's going to drive me crazy. All right.
I've never seen Take 6 phone sex.
It was called Girl 6, wasn't it?
It was Girl 6.
Okay, that's okay. I just wanted to make because this is driving me crazy, and I'm like, am I wrong? Am I sure?
No. It was definitely Girl 6.
That was Robin.
A movie, and she wasn't a. Yeah, it was phone sex movie. Who was it?
Robin.
Not Robin Williams. It was the
Robin Givens.
No.
Yeah.
Robin Givens, isn't she like the host of Howard Stern?
Or Teresa.
Teresa. That's her first name.
Randall? What was her name?
I think I want to say that was her, but that
all right. But yeah, okay. But I remember
she also played in Sugar Hill too. She was
she was Romelo's girlfriend in Sugar Hill. Crazy man. Hey, did I ever tell you about the role playing that me and my wife do?
I don't want to know.
No. Wait. Okay, no, not like here now. If I walk away from it, they're gonna kill me in the comments.
Like pull out the Negan bat and shut that shit down right now.
Shut that down.
No. It's not. I'm not like that. Not like that.
Speaking of Negan, too, by the way, the last 6 episodes of The Walking Dead started yesterday, so I got to finish that off. That's it. Last 6 right now. End of show.
Wait, what do you mean? End of show?
It's done after this.
They got a bunch of spinoffs because I heard that Maggie and Rick are supposed to be doing some spinoff that they're working on.
Okay. I'm just saying that the Walking Dead series is going to be off. Spinoffs might come.
Got you. I got you. See,
Teresa Randall.
Yeah. That's okay. That's what I thought. Now, all right. So here's the thing. I promise it's not gross or anything like that. Right. So me and my wife will go out on dates. Right. And then she'll be there. I'll go to the bathroom and I come back and I'll be like, hey, yo, where your man at? You here by yourself? Yeah, my name is Romello. And her name is Veronica. I thought I told y'all about this before. I could be wrong, but
I like it though.
Yeah, hey Veronica.
Let's knock another love TKO.
Yeah, man. That was my joint though, man. That was my movie, man. All right, so damn. The difference between me and you guys, right? And again, it's not negative at all. So here's me. I go into every season assuming the best, and I will put together my season expectations based off of the best scenario everybody's coming back healthy.
Okay.
Everybody's going to stay healthy.
I think we all do that though.
Kyle's going to coach his, well, not based off of what y'all was just saying.
No, what I'm
because-
saying is about Nick Bosa, but as far as an overall team expectation, that's different. Does that make sense? Like my overall team expectation is I think the 49ers will go 12-4, but that doesn't mean Nick Bosa is going to get 30 sacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anybody has had 30 sacks, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like my expectations for him are a little different, or anybody coming off of an injury.
Because I already looked at the schedule. I mean, obviously we don't know the dates, but just looking at opponents for away and home and the shifts that we've seen so far, I've got us potentially going 14-2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 12-4 this year. I think that's
I'm like, when you get to rock out against the bottom of every conference or every division that you have to
going
play
12-4. I don't care who we playing. I watched the bottom of conferences of every division last year and beat the shit out of us on national TV.
Yeah, but
we were
playing
officially the get right
player.
team of the NFL. Mike said that week 5. Are we the get right team? When Miami put up 98 points against the 49ers number 1 defense, I was like, okay, we get right. We just to get right. And every bad team, Miami, they almost went to the playoffs.
Yeah, we gave everybody that spark that they needed to like jumpstart shit right, you know. Like I'll never forget, we played against the worst was it passing defenses,
and then against us, Mike, they had like 400 yards,
and we couldn't do anything. We couldn't do a thing. Like, oh, Jimmy Garoppolo should throw for 400 yards and and it was like 180 yards and 2 picks. You know, like it was like the Seahawks can't run.
There we go. That's Seahawks.
And then here comes Seattle, and they run for $182. Like what? We were the team that like, oh, this is your weakness. Watch this. The Eagles. Like it was so bad, man. It was bad. But my point with what I was saying was, I start all the way at the top and assume everything is good, and then as the little hiccups come, I temper my expectations. So last year, before the season started and everybody was healthy, I was a 14-2 guy. All right. And then week 1, we lose Bosa and Solomon Thomas. And I'm like, all right, damn. That's probably going to take us down to like 12-4. You know what I'm saying? Like I could see that making a difference. Then a couple weeks go by and then Jimmy Garoppolo is hit. And I'm like, okay, all right.
I don't see how losing Solomon Thomas was 12-4.
I was trying to be nice. So somebody hit me up. I did get hit up and say, yo, it was in the chat. It was in the group chat.
I like how you threw that in there. Solomon Thomas, 12-4. Nah.
But did you see the WhatsApp? Did you see Eric was like, yo, Mike was like really giving it to Solomon Thomas on the last part. So I'm trying to be nice, man. I was trying to include him, but you know, the 2-game swing was from Bosa, not from. But I was trying to be nice. So, but yeah, so like that's how I go through. I assume the best, and then as things start happening, I temper my expectations from there. So, you know, I went back and looked at that schedule, and I swear at full strength, that 14-2 would have been right.
I had us at 15-1.
Yeah, but you know, like
you had us at you had us at 13-3. I had us at 14-2. You and Nick had us at 13-3. But it was funny because every time we kept losing, you kept saying it was still gonna be 13-3 until we started losing players, like detrimental.
It wasn't possible, just like his picture he likes to throw up there.
Right.
Oh, speaking of Brian, you did it. You said it. It's gotta come now. Pause. Damn, I got a lot.
It's supposed to come right after I hit that last bump.
You're okay. Don't go there yelling at him.
We still talking about this guy?
No, Brian just talked about it. I'm gonna post it until it's not a possibility, man.
I'd rather talk about Kirk Cousins.
Oh God, no.
Okay.
All right, thank you guys for checking out the show tonight. We really appreciate it, guys. Y'all know the deal.
Come on, let me ask y'all a fair question. All right, this is off the record, right? We're not recording this.
Okay, so nobody's gonna see this.
Who's better, Jimmy Garoppolo or Kirk Cousins?
Oh, you want people to hate me? Okay.
No, I want you to be honest. And then we'll leave it alone. I promise.
I have an answer, and then I have an explanation. Is that fair?
Yes. I don't know why your answer needs an explanation, but that's fine.
Because I'm gonna say Kirk only because Kirk is always available, and believe it or not, Kirk is more consistent than Jimmy.
Brian,
I'm going with Jimmy. In this system, I'm going with Jimmy.
So in this system, you're gonna go with Jimmy. Okay.
Right. I don't care that Kirk Cousins played in this system before. That was years ago. I don't care. Like, to me, he's just not the guy. And if you were to go and like look at what the media is saying, we want to spend a first round draft pick to go get him.
No. Let's not factor any of that in, because we will not.
Even if you could swap the two, just straight up swap them, I wouldn't do it.
And so, okay, and it's fair. It's all preference, but in my eyes, from what I've seen and from what I've watched Kirk Cousins do, I just feel like he's a better quarterback overall. I mean, he does things Jimmy just can't do, period. And if you give him the things that Jimmy Garoppolo has on this team, you got a guy that can run down the field, Kirk can throw it down the field. You got a guy that can do short, but Kirk can throw short passes. Kirk can get rid of the ball quick. Kirk can extend and get outside the pocket. I just feel like he does things better. And that's what makes him better for me.
Right, but you had a Kirk Cousins who can do things that Jimmy can't do, like throw the long ball to Diggs or whatever, but he's still not winning a Super Bowl.
Neither is Jimmy.
I got you. At least he got there. At least he got there.
And let me rephrase that, because now you got to factor in other pieces. Because I would say the 49ers has a better defense than the Minnesota Vikings. I would say the 49ers, you can argue the run game. I like Dalvin Cook. It's pretty damn good. But their tandem isn't as great as the 49ers run tandem. Mike, I want Mike to speak. This is not a Wayne Patrick Breezy show. Mike.
Well, no, because y'all are all making excellent points. And then what I was going to say, I realized I can't say because it's not. What I was going to say was Jimmy is way more decisive than Kirk.
That's
but
fair.
I realized the reason I didn't say it is because that could be the system. That could be Shanahan saying, go back and deliver there. Remember, we talked about this a couple times throughout the season. Is Shanahan restraining these quarterbacks? Is he telling them what they have to do? Because I can see Kirk dropping back and holding onto the ball too long, going through progressions, because he's actually reading the whole play. Where when I think of Jimmy at his best,
was one bam.
3 steps, boom, deliver. 5 steps, boom, deliver. And I don't know if that's predetermined or if like, you get what I'm saying? I want to credit that to Jimmy, the decisiveness. Boom, I do. But I don't know if it was the system that was causing him to look so decisive. And that's why I didn't say anything.
I guess my thing is, I don't think it's like a big landslide. If Jimmy's better, he's better. If Kirk is better, he's better. Like, I don't think it's a like, oh, he's far better. I don't agree. I don't agree with that, because they both haven't won a Super Bowl. They both have. Yeah, like they both don't have Super Bowl wins. You could say Kirk hasn't won a big game. Well, he beat the Saints. And then you could say Jimmy hasn't. I'm still trying to figure out how many playoff wins Jimmy got. Because last time I checked, Raheem Mostert won the first, Raheem Mostert won the second, and then Jimmy lost the Super Bowl. That's what y'all say, right? It's we ran the ball to win those games, right? Because we took the ball out of Jimmy's hand. So I just want people to be honest with themselves. I get it. No one likes Kirk Cousins. I'm cool with that. This is not to down the show, but the only reason why I asked the question is because Ray said, do not talk about Kirk Cousins on this show. So I just made sure I brought up Kirk. I'm always go against what you say don't do. Sorry. That's just the way I am.
I like it. I like it, man. I like it a lot. I don't know if he wants to pop in or not. Can y'all see him down there?
I see him down there.
He's ready. Get that view. I told you that.
Do you want to pop? Oh, wait, he wrote in the chat. Oh, okay, he's just listening. All right, never mind. All right, so then that's my thing. So this whole offseason is ex-quarterback an upgrade over Jimmy Garoppolo. Right? This entire offseason, that's what all the conversations have been. And the only one that I hesitated on was the Carson Wentz. And that's because both of them just can't stay on the field. You know what I mean? I don't care if you're the most gifted person in the entire world.
See, the thing I don't like about this Kirk Cousins thing is like, Kirk Cousins hasn't been to the Super Bowl. Well, neither is Deshaun Watson, but y'all won him. I mean, if we're talking about what are we saying?
Hold on.
Kirk Cousins hasn't been to the Pro Bowl either, has he?
I don't know. Neither is Jimmy Garoppolo.
No, that's not true. Kirk was in the Pro Bowl.
Was he? As an alternate, or was he?
Him and Russell Wilson were on the same team. I remember that.
Jimmy hasn't. How about that?
Sure.
Like this is not a battle. You guys are just like, I don't personally like Kirk Cousins. All I'm saying is, and then I don't even think he would be that much of an upgrade. I just think he's a better overall quarterback than Jimmy. Now, unless Jimmy can improve some things, You know what I'm saying? And this doesn't mean he has to throw the ball down the field 25 times a game. The team might not be set up for that. But I would like to see him connect 2 out of 4. That's 50% deep. That's good for me. But I also would like him to get the ball out of his hand quick, right? Don't be so I'm going to throw here every single time. Oh, that play's not there. Oh, look, progress. Oh, like I would like to see Jimmy progress into that. And if he can kind of like escape the pocket and not take so many hits, that probably will help Jimmy not get high ankle sprains.
Did you guys see that I saw some crazy stat. I believe it was PFF, and that's why I ignored it and didn't like do my screenshot and put it up here. I believe it was PFF, but it was something along the lines of Jimmy was like the 34th. No, he was the most hit quarterback or something like that, but had like the 34th. I can't remember, but like he shouldn't have been getting hit as much as he was.
Well, he took a lot of those hits, bro. Jimmy held on to that ball and to the dear life of the end of the play. He could have easily, like, what is it with 49er quarterbacks? And it's not just Jimmy, it's just the 49ers quarterbacks, other than Steve Young and Joe Montana and maybe a little of Garcia. But what is it with them holding the ball and not throwing it away? Like, I don't get how you have a receiver in the area and you just don't throw it. I even watch guys throw the ball at the receiver's feet and live on to the next play, right? Because a second and 10 is better than a second and 17 or a second and 13. So I don't understand. Maybe because it's just I'm not a quarterback, so maybe I'll never understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's a little rough. There's times where I've seen quarterbacks run out of bounds and they're behind the line of scrimmage instead of just throwing an incomplete pass. Like you're willingly taking a loss.
Right.
Just throw it away and make it an incomplete pass. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. I think sometimes you just got to be in there to really, really feel it. And, you know, it is what it is. But it's a valid question because you can say what you want. Everyone knows that this is Kyle's man crush. The fans can hate this dude. It don't matter what we think at all.
His name pops up.
Saying, that's my guy.
Every season, yep. Kirk Cousins' name pops up. So people are mad at me because I'm bringing up his name, but I don't necessarily bring it up. It's brought up because somebody likes him. Somebody that y'all like, I think.
And the crazy thing is, Shanahan mentions him by name every offseason. The head coach has done it, and I'm like, yo, is he trying to get fined? Like, you know, this dude's got the guaranteed contract, right? Like, shut up.
Oh, right, that's tampering, right?
He keeps mentioning him by name. Like he keeps. So anyway, all right, it's cool. All right, so here we are. We halfway through the show. Let's get to the topic that we have tonight, and this is going to be based off of the title: Who is worthy? Free agency is right around the corner. The 49ers have 17 million free agents. That's the other list I was supposed to be pulling up, the list of free
17 million?
Yeah, we have 17 million free agents.
That's my number.
There is nobody on the roster at all. Nobody, not a single person.
Yes, there is. We got River Craycraft. We got Austin Walters. We got Kevin White.
No.
So
he signed on the deal?
Yeah, he been got that futures contract. Look, you gave everybody a ooh, and you gave Kevin White a
right.
Talk about man crush.
Ain't no shame in my game. But Shanahan ain't gonna never play him. So what difference do it make?
I think he another year in the system. We'll see, man. I kind of like some of these receivers they brought back. They brought back guys that got familiar with the system. Right, they got familiar a little bit. Like you might not see Richie James back, right? But you might see River Craycraft returning kickoffs and punts because we know for a fact Trent Taylor won't be a 49er this year, right? Like we kind of know that. So River Quick. Brian, say it.
As long as he's not fair catching the ball 20 yards before contact.
No, I didn't want to bring that up, bro. See, that wasn't my MO. I was trying to be nice. But if he ever, I don't even know how he has a job for doing that. Like he must have really, I think he's really working hard in the offseason. I think his work ethic is something that they saw. Remember, they got this guy from bagging groceries at Whole Foods, and they found a video on Instagram of him doing some crazy catches, and he comes in and gets a job. And he can't do what Brian said ever again. He just can't do that.
My man called a free catch.
At least he caught the ball. We've had plenty of returners who have dropped and muffed that thing. So, you know,
I would say Richie James was a sure catcher too. But god dang, he could not return the ball. I don't know if he had a traumatic experience or if the special teams coach told him to just catch the ball and get out of bounds or what. But that was horrible. Like, at least at the 25. Fair catch the mother sucker. At least. But nah, 17, 13, 23. It's bad. It was bad. Don't we got a new special teams coach, guys? This is why. You guarantee it. Then we get a new guy that's going to come in.
We got an assistant. We didn't get a new.
Well,
because Hightower's still here.
Well, then something better be different with this.
Oh, that's right. He came from the Eagles. He was he was with the Eagles in the past. That's right.
Because that was terrible.
You know, I'm not going to say it. All right.
Yes. Spit it out, Mike.
I remember my man Craig Kraft called the fair catch. He caught the ball, and the officials waited another 4 seconds to blow the whistle because they wanted people to get near him before they blew it.
Craig Kraft had an easy 40-yard return. Easy. I don't know if the punt team that punted us the ball, I don't know if they forgot to run down the field, but there was no one in sight.
There was nobody in the camera frame.
YouTube, Sleepy Bear.
I wish I knew which play it was exactly that happened, because I'd go back and watch the all 22 to see.
I want to see
who away the team was.
It was like
I told you the refs waited 4 seconds before they blew the whistle. Like,
you guys ever played Madden and there was a glitch and you took advantage of that junk? Well, Craig Kraft clearly didn't. I think he was just in awe that there was nobody near him, and he just said, or maybe he saw his mom or dad in the stands and he was just waving and it happened to be a fair catch. I don't know what it was.
A Sleepy Bear, there's literally one viewer right now on Twitch.
Yeah, YouTube is always popping. So always you always want to join the YouTube chat. So if you're not subscribed to our YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's always
we're watching on YouTube, so it's good. It's so they did this new thing on here where if you hover over the eyeball, it breaks down how many viewers are in
Mike,
each.
that's been there for the past 8 months, bro.
For real?
Yeah.
Can you tell I don't pay? All right, shut up. Here we go. So
it's good to be back, man. It's so good to be back, bro. I tell you.
The show is about who is worthy. Okay. And what we're going to be talking about is the franchise tag. Okay. Free agency is coming up. You want to see the team lock up some of their guys before they get to that point, and then boom, here comes free agency. So let's talk about it, man. The Niners have a bunch of players that are free agents this year, and I'm not exaggerating at all. It's a lot. It's more than.
We're down to 30 now.
I'm about to say it's more than 25.
Thank you, Brian.
I do a rough count, but all right. So we're down to 30.
He said 17 million.
It's a lot of free agents. So
it's a lot of free agents.
There's 30 of them, but 20 or
thank you, Brian.
18 of them are not coming back anyway. So.
And a lot of them don't even have like big roles either. Like, right. You know what I mean? So, but some do. Some have better roles. Like, don't get it twisted.
The names that are on the list now actually aren't that bad.
Do you want to go through the
people? Well, here I'll run down. I'll just read them all really quick.
Let's do that.
All right. And no comments. I'll just read them all really quick. Just the names that are left. We have Trent Williams, Richard Sherman, Solomon Thomas, Jaquiski Tart, Kyle Juszczyk, Tevin Coleman, Kendrick Bourne, Kwan Williams, Tom Compton, Ronald Blair, Ben Garland, Kerry Hyder, Ziggy Ansah, Jerick McKinnon, Jordan Reed, Tony Bergstrom, center, Jason Verrett, Keller Witherspoon, Dante Johnson, Ronas Grasu, Deion Jordan, Jamar Taylor, Jordan Willis, CJ Beathard, Joe Walker, Nick Mullins, Ross Dwelly, Emmanuel Mosley, Daniel Brunskill, Trent Taylor, DJ Jones, and Marcel Harris. The list isn't as full of fluff as it used to be.
It was, right. So we got the fluff taken care of. The fluff is pretty much signed. And now it's time to make some harsh decisions.
Right. There was like 15 names on there that I could see coming back.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. A lot, though. To me, that's a lot.
It's
That's a lot.
it's a lot, but I think the way they negotiate those contracts will be perfect for the 49ers. Like I don't see it breaking the 49ers backs. Couple of
Right.
players, yes. But I
Right.
don't know if Brian sees the players I'm thinking as his 15. That's the hard part.
Well, we didn't
what
go
we're
over
gonna
them.
do tonight.
We've done that before.
This is actually a great question by Callie. What
It's
we're
a great
going to do
question.
tonight is this. We are actually going to try to create a scenario
I
where the
can't.
49ers have to tag a player. Who would
Okay.
that player be?
All
What
right.
would that cost? So we have the charts pulled up for the cost of every position at a franchise tag. We have the list of 49ers free agents, but I want
can
us to
Yeah.
create a scenario.
Well, before the scenario though, because we got you asked the question. So the question is who is worthy. So I like the scenario. That's a whole separate thing. But let's just talk about who do we think is worthy, because
Okay.
my worthy person or peoples that I think are worthy can't be franchise tagged. So if anyone was worthy of the tag, and you guys can read the number, but I think I would tag Trent. But then again, if you tag him, that's not going to be a healthy situation going forward till you work out a deal, right, Brian?
Right.
Right. So like I don't even know if anyone is worthy of the franchise tag, because the certain markets are just super expensive. I'm not paying a running back $11 million.
Right. If
So
you
you
look
said-
at like some of these guys who we could tag and look at their fair market value, you're going to have such a disparity that it's not worth it.
Right. And the question is, I mean, like you guys are saying Juice, all right, you gonna pay Juice $11 million?
No, I said Juice off.
No, not you. I'm talking about the
No,
chat.
I have said Juice in the past, thinking that you'd have to go off of fullbacks, but the
People
I
are
don't-
saying, all right, so let's do this.
he belongs to the running back
He goes
category.
to the running back
So-
category, right?
Well, you
But
know
people-
why? Because running backs is based off of like the top 10
Right.
of the salary. There were only 8 fullbacks, so they can't come up with a top 10.
Right,
So they
There's only 8 of
revert
them.
to running
Right.
back, which is
right.
kind of
But
crazy.
it's unfortunate, but it is
Right,
the
so
way
you
it
can't
is.
use the tag for Juice because it's going to be twice what his salary should be.
Right. And I can't pay now. So people are talking about the transition tag for Juice, though.
Even then, you're still looking at what did we discuss?
7, 8
something
million, right? Yeah.
8 point
I'm
something
not
million?
spending $8 million on a fullback for 1 year.
Transition tag for a running back this year is 8.9, so it's
Yeah,
damn near
that's
9 million.
a lot of money.
And we've already spent more than that on him already. In the
Right.
And so
We paid him to be here,
season. Right.
like to come to this team when it was low. Now we're in a higher spot. We shouldn't be paying him that kind of money to stay here.
I think the better question would be to ask them who would they want a franchise tag, because they might not know what we know. And I
Right.
think we can break down what we know and explain why the 49ers probably wouldn't do that.
Well, Brian Edwards is on point with it here. He says,
Well, yeah,
you couldn't
right.
tag Trent.
You
The
can't tag
49ers
Trent.
got him here. They fronted him all of his money basically up front. And I
It
think
waived
that
it
that's like-
waived the tag clause thing in his contract.
right. So he cannot be tagged. The only way to keep him or retain him is to extend him now.
And that's
the
why I
only-
said if I could tag a player, it would be the left tackle. But then again, that wouldn't be a great message, because you don't want to tag your left tackle. I mean, you want to make sure he's secure. You want to make sure his head going into the season is there to only protect the quarterback. So that's why Brian and I said that wouldn't be a good scenario for Trent. I don't
Yeah.
think personally anyone is worthy of the tag just because of the way the markets are set. Some people are saying tag Verrett though. Talk about that. Like, can we tag Verrett and then answer what you call his question, Callie's question. Let's tag my man K'Wan Williams. Man, listen.
So here's all right. Let's
Yeah, but you want to pay a slot. A slot, you're gonna, he should be making
$17
less.
million.
Yeah, no.
No. It's not $17 million to tag a corner. It's not 17 for a corner. It's 15. And then
Still, no.
if you transition them, it's only 13.
Not for a slot. Not for a slot.
But we're only talking 1 year,
But
guys.
you guys are also all right. So here's where I think we're all different on this. I think you guys are looking at a player and then saying, is he worth this much? Period. I think the way you have to look at it is
It's the
look at-
year
look
value.
at the player and is he worth this much to this team this season?
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
Because what are the other options?
There's
Because
plenty of other options. There's still the
No, it's
draft.
not.
How is there not options? You can still draft
You
guys.
can bring back Jamar Taylor cheaper than you can bring back
and
Sharp.
you can address it in free agency.
Or
So
at the end of the
can't
year,
say
we
that there
signed
isn't other
Dante
options.
Johnson. I mean, for God's sakes.
There's the minimum 2 options: draft, free agency, or sign your guys back, or tag your guys.
Right.
But are you drafting a slot corner that's going to play as well as K'Waun Williams did?
So I get where your question is coming from, and it depends when you draft that corner. There's some slot corners that might come in and be good right off the top, but do you want to waste the 12th pick on a slot or outside guy? Like that's where you like, you get what I'm saying? Like, so no,
Right. So then that creates a different value.
it does create the value, but there's still other options because, like Brian just said, you already who do I rave about at the slot when K'Waun went down? Who was I talking about?
Taylor.
Mark Taylor. And we did a whole show, and people love stats until they wrong. But Jamar Taylor's stats superseded the Shark stats. That doesn't mean he was a better player. He just had some better numbers, right? We love Shark. But I feel like they could get a Shark type player on the low. But you got to factor in he coming off the ACL. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So that's why I said it'll be fun to create a situation where we have to tag somebody. So let's first go through and see if there's any players just based off of the strength of the name that are worth the tag.
Okay.
Could tag. Okay. So Trent Williams, you guys say yes, but we can't tag. Richard Sherman, give me a yes or no, guys.
No.
Solomon Thomas. Okay.
Hell no.
Jaquiski Tartt.
No.
Kyle Juszczyk.
Wait a minute. What's the tag on Tartt though?
Now you're talking.
Because
so
now you don't have to draft the safety.
Getting 11.1 or 9.5 for the transition.
That's too much money.
Not for Tartt.
That's too much money.
All right. This is just whether or not you tag him.
Okay. All right. Or no.
Kyle Juszczyk.
No, because of the category. I mean, if there was a way to tag him as a fullback specifically, then yes, but it didn't look like that in all the sites we went to.
I personally would tag Kyle Juszczyk because of his value.
He's not worth it. All right. I hear you though. All right. So Tevin Coleman.
No.
All right. I gotta stop you. I'm sorry.
You're asking me how can I? Okay, because A, Juszczyk is more durable. B, he just does other things. Like he's your lead blocker. He pass catches. Like there's just things Juszczyk does over Tevin Coleman, right? Or did we not see that this past season?
The only thing that Juszczyk does,
I'm listening,
more than Coleman,
is
availability,
and he catches more passes.
No, that's not even close to true.
My point is he's more all right. So availability, that gives you something, right?
Right. I'll give you the availability now.
I mean, you're not going to get the same production from a fullback and a running back. But when you're talking about lead blocking for players and doing all the intangible things, like you got to factor that in, bro. Like you can't. I don't see Tevin Coleman lead blocking for Mostert. I see Juice doing it. You want to know why Mostert's hitting them holes? Because Juice is blocking down.
We did run some 2-back sets with Coleman.
Mike, come on, Mike.
I'm just telling you what happened, bro.
I know we did, but you get what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
I hate Cole. I didn't want Coleman here in the first place, and I don't want him coming back. But what I'm saying is,
all right. So I wouldn't tag Juice, knowing that I got to pay him $11 million.
That's
but
what yes.
Oh, okay. So that's what we're doing,
right? My question was because you said I would tag Juice because of what he brings to the team, and then when we got to Coleman, you were like, no, and I'm like, well, how can Juice be worth it and Coleman not when Coleman does more of what you like Juice for doing?
I would pay Juice more money than I would Coleman because
Coleman doesn't do what Juice does.
Exactly.
And Juice doesn't do what Coleman does. You're paying Coleman to be a running back, third string running back now. Because you just got fourth string, maybe at that. You would tag him at $11 million to be a fourth string guy, but you need a fullback that's kind of irreplaceable. I know we don't want to pay our fullbacks a lot of money. I mean, there's a guy we could draft, like hands down, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The next player. All right. Or Ali. Let's get to Ali Bear's contribution. Hey, professors, any info on what we're doing to improve our offensive line? I know.
I love that she calls us professors. I'm sorry. I
That's dope.
love that shit.
Yeah,
That is incredible to me, man.
And the fact, all we need, you know what we need? You know what we need, Mike and
The
Brian?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You know what we need, guys? We need nothing but Niners sports jackets with the patch on it, with the NBM emblem, and then some cigars and some cognac. Like that's what we need right now. That would solidify the whole professor.
Yo, I've been trying to get us a cigar sponsor for so long, bro. Like I found a local. All right, it's Black History Month. I'll say I found a local Black-owned cigar company right here in Philly. And I've exchanged information with the girls. We've been talking, and they just ghosted me. I'm like, yo, like, what's up?
You gotta
Like,
hit him with a little bit more swag, bro. You gotta put a little bit more swag in that joint. Maybe you got to role play
before I start talking to people.
or you could just role play. You could be like, "Hey, Veronica."
You playing, baby. You playing. You just playing.
What are we doing to improve? Ollie Bear, honestly, we haven't done anything to improve the old line yet. We haven't done.
I'm praying that the offensive line just get healthy, Ollie. Like that's the thing because our offensive line just hasn't been healthy for the past couple of seasons, and if we can get some health there, and then see what happens at the left tackle position, I think we'll be pretty much okay. I think we just need that center locked.
Listen to how much the Niners care.
Where the second round of the draft's going to come in. That's where I think that's going to.
Creed Humphrey.
Yep, Creed Humphrey. That's what I'm expecting too. And then
I don't want to expect him, Mike. I mean, Brian, we got to stop expecting the players.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what but that's the best. Like
right.
when the players that are available at our second spot, 43, whatever that is,
44,
you're looking at 44. When you look at Dickerson versus Creed Humphrey,
and I think Wyatt Davis is there too.
Yeah, but why? Yeah, I mean, sure. If you want to get, you could possibly end up having to take him at the end of the first round because his stock's climbing right now.
But the funny thing is, Brian, my point is, whenever we expect, what happens is they go way to the other side of what we expected. So I don't want to expect Creed Humphrey. Matter of fact, I won't draft him ever again in a mock draft, ever, because they do us dirty, like they just do. The only person that we've all gotten right in our whole entire draft life process, I think, was Nick Bosa. I think we all got that one right. Oh, Mike, who'd you get right?
I was all in on Jalen Hurd.
Okay, you're right.
I was going to flex for somebody I haven't seen play for 49.
We sure don't talk about him neither. We don't talk about throwing him under the bus, man. He gets so many passes, bro. I tell you, man.
Dude, shut down social media because we was killing him. What you talking about? He literally shut down social media because people were destroying him.
Oh, he went Dante Pettis on everybody?
Nah, Pettis just tweeted through the pain, bro.
And I'm with you, Callie. I like Aguilari too. I think that would be a great first round pick if we can move back to get him.
You guys are funny, man. You guys are funny.
All right. Let's finish up this list really quick here. Ollie, no, we don't know what they're doing about the line just yet. And health is a big issue. Breezy is 100% right. Believe it or not, I'm looking at this list really quick, just doing a quick scan, and I don't think there's any starting. I don't think there are any starters or people who were supposed to be starters on the offensive line that are free agents.
No, just Tom Compton and I think there's another guy.
Well, there's 4 in total. There's Hronis Grass. He was brought in as a backup.
Yeah,
right.
Backup.
Right, Bergstrom was a center. You have Ben Garland on here. He was like the top backup choice.
Guys, I think we resign him.
And I think that they'll look to see what a year off for Sean Coleman does too.
Exactly.
I just hope his head is in the game.
Well, he was healthy and then COVID. He opted out. So
right. And that's my point. Like
tackle. All right. So let's keep it moving really quick. Kendrick Bourne, give me a yes or no. Tag.
No.
Is he worth the tag? Let's now remember
even.
the Niners put the tender on him last year. He played with that $2.5 million tender. So
right. And you said that the transition would be 8.
Oh, I forgot what I said for. Let me see. Brian, wide receiver is 16.3 or 14.29.
Nah, that's too much. No.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think anyone's worthy of a tag, guy. We can
K'Wan Williams. Y'all said no already. Tom Compton.
No.
I know you're not waiting for my answer.
Okay. Ronald Blair.
No.
No.
No on Ronald Blair, huh?
Dude,
I'm not gonna
$15
tag
million?
Ronald Blair.
$15 million to possibly not play? Hell
No.
no.
Let me ask y'all a question. Is Blair getting tagged as a defensive end or defensive tackle?
You can't ask these questions.
Then again, it doesn't matter. Still wouldn't tag him.
It's still in the high double millions, right? It's still 15 or 13.
Y'all can't be bougie with no fucking roster. I don't understand how y'all keep saying no to people.
Well, bro, we
Like,
don't got no
have
freaking
anybody
money.
in.
You getting mad at us and we don't even got money. We got $20 million.
Okay, so Ben Garland,
No.
Kerry Hyder,
No.
See,
Ziggy
I would tag Hyder.
So
I guess if you were going to tag him with the process of working out a deal, but if you couldn't work
Wait,
out
so
a deal,
you mad?
gonna-
Wait a minute, Brian. You mad that I tagged Hyder over Blair?
No, I'm not mad at all. I would.
Blair
I,
ain't played in
I
one.
agree with you.
When the last time Blair been on the field?
I
Yo,
didn't say
this doesn't
Blair.
show me what you do for me now.
I didn't say
Please.
Blair at all.
No. I didn't mean
talking to me.
Mike. As soon as I said Hyder, he was like, yo, you mean to tell me like you prefer Blair over Hyder?
yes,
For the tag, excuse me, for the tag.
because Blair plays multiple positions at a high level. Yes.
I don't care about that.
Yeah.
You're talking about a
With
guy
the,
that
with
led
the year
the
that
team.
Hyder gave us last year, I could see tagging him with the process to work out a long-term deal. And if the long-term to keep him off the market, and if the long-term deal doesn't work out, then you just remove the friend, you resend the tag.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that, yo. All right. I get it. It's preference. I got it. I know. And so, Mike, I like your theory because that is Kyle Shanahan's thing. You got to be able to play 17 jobs in order to be a 49er. Like, that's what you have to do. But, I mean, Kerry Hyder played very well for the 49ers with
Absolutely.
no other help on the other side of the pass rush. And he put up, a good amount of sacks, right? He led the team in sacks.
I would not be upset to see Hyder brought back to be the bookend to Bosa.
Right.
That would not upset me at all.
And still draft a guy.
Yes.
Ziggy
All
on
right. No.
Nonsense, no.
Jerick McKinnon,
No.
Jordan
Dead
Reed,
Yep, no.
Jordan Reed.
No.
What's the tight end tag?
Now we talking, baby. 10.1 or
Nope.
8.5.
I like the 8.5. I think we're not getting Kyle Pitts. Okay.
Mhm.
And I want to see the tandem of a healthy Reed and Kittle. I want to see it.
Okay.
With the mixed with a little Dwelly. I think I would tag him on the transition. Yeah.
Tony Bergstrom, the center. We're gonna say no. He's 35.
I'd rather have Ben Garland.
Jason Verrett.
He's the one that I would potentially tag, but you guys still have to work out a deal because you can't go into the year with the tag. It's just there's no one on this team that we can tag and keep it that way.
Because of the money, right?
Right.
All right, so I'm not gonna go through this whole list of everything else is gonna be a no. Okay. So I'd rather get to the exercise that we were gonna do. And the exercise was creating a situation where we have to tag somebody.
Okay.
Now-
Now, if we have to tag somebody, I
You
want
can tag
Verrett.
them now to work out a deal.
I want
later.
Verrett. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why I thought the exercise would be a little bit more fun because Vince Felice, with this $5 contribution, knocks it out the park. Honestly, with our cap situation, there isn't one guy that should be franchised.
I agree.
Your deal
what we said.
for big
That's what I
money
said.
to eat whatever is left of the cash we got. And he's absolutely right. So that's why I thought it would be a lot more fun to create a situation where we have to tag somebody. Let's
So
try.
are we creating a situation where we have to tag somebody with our current salary cap?
Yes. So here, I'll do mine first. You guys hear me out, and then you create a situation. Okay. So right now, the 49ers don't have a secondary. All right. We own them rights to Emmanuel Mosley, but Mosley got phased out so badly that he was only on special teams. Okay. We don't have Verrett, Sherman, Spoon, Taylor, Williams, Tart. The whole secondary is diminished. The reason I'm including the safeties also in this, and Harris. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Harris. The reason I'm including the safeties in this is because it's the safety and the corners, they're $4 million apart on the scales here. All right. So the situation that I'm going to create is one like this. The 49ers signed Tart to another 2-year deal. It's 2 years, $8 million with incentives. He can go up to $12 million. That includes bonuses for roster being active on game day, roster bonuses, performance bonuses, da. Okay, with only $4 million guaranteed. So boom, that gives you your safety. Okay. On the outside, they get a deal done with Jason Verrett. Now we got to keep in mind Jason Verrett is already 30 years old. I don't know if his birthday is coming or not.
He'll probably get like a 2-year,
As of
3-year
today,
deal.
right? He's 30. So I'm going to give Jason Verrett a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
Where he can max it out
At
up
like
to $13 million a year.
I was gonna say 15, but okay.
Right. Even something like that would be fair, but that's with incentives and
That's with
bonuses.
incentives. Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
So I'm going to give him a 3-year deal. I'm going to say that it's got a total value of $42 million if he hits all of his incentives. Well, I'll go higher than the $13 million a year. I will give him 3. Let's do $24 million guaranteed. That's $8 million a year. Guaranteed for Jason Verrett and his services. He can max it out at 42 and a signing bonus of $12 million spread out over those 3 years. That's $4 million a year. So he's got his incentives. All right, so we got a safety. We got we have a corner. We are missing 2 corners now. We're missing the other outside guy, and we are missing the slot guy.
Mhm.
Okay. The situation I'm going to create is I'm going to tag Ahkello Witherspoon in hopes that we can somehow extend him for 1 or 2 years. You understand what I'm saying? That's the hope. I'm creating a situation where we got all of a sudden Jimmy Ward, Jaquiski Tart, Jason Verrett. We get the other outside guy, and then we can try to work on Taylor coming off the injury. We can probably sign him for a cheap, right? Taylor's not going to come out here and be like, nah, you saw what I did. You heard what Breezy said on Nothing But Niners. Where's my $16 million a year? He's not going to do that. He's an injured guy. He's going to take a deal for 2 or 3 years for $11 million in total with $6 million guaranteed. That's more than half of his contract guaranteed to come in and play the slot position off of an injury. He'll take that deal.
I like it.
He'll run to the table with it. We're tagging Spoon, and we can't let this guy get out the building because that's too big of a hole that we have to fill right now. And we're gonna try to tag him. We'll see what happens. Spoon holds out. He says, I'm not signing it. The draft comes. We end up getting our outside guy. Hey, you didn't sign it. We're rescinding it. We saw it happen with JPP, right? The Giants tagged him. He blew his fingers off. They said, hey, give me that paper back, bro. We were just playing. Never mind. We have seen teams rescind the tag previously. That's something that
if that person does something detrimental to themselves, right?
No, because if they refuse to sign it, it's not signed until it's signed.
Oh, you mean if the player refuses?
Just like if you were to offer Witherspoon a tag, he's gonna sign that shit.
Yeah, that check is $17 million. Why wouldn't he sign that?
He's not getting a better deal anywhere else.
Okay, all right. I'm telling y'all what I know.
Okay,
You think he's gonna go anywhere else in the league and get paid top 3 corner money?
Not about money anymore. It's
about playing, I guess.
It's about pride. It's about disrespect and a lot of other things that I'm not at liberty to say. I can promise you that it's not just about money.
Then why you offer him anything if you know that
I'm creating a scenario. That's why I gave you guys an example to build.
I know, but if you know that it's about this and it's about that, like, he's in Kyle's doghouse probably.
I'm just saying.
I've said all
offer him a tag, and he's going to sign that tag right off the bat.
That's a lot of money, bro.
Right. And then the Niners are screwed because once he signs that tag, you can't rescind it after he signs it. That's an agreement. You're done.
Right, but Mike was saying that he doesn't sign the tag yet, so they can't rescind it. I like that scenario, Mike. But can I?
Wait. I needed to be clear.
No, we did. We were clear.
All season, I have said Ahkello Witherspoon is not coming back.
No, we know that, Mike.
And I said I was just creating a scenario. I was going through my example that I want y'all to go through and do.
I'm not doing that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off of your example because I actually like it. You know what I'm saying? I like your example, but I'm going to throw a curveball in your example. All right. So I like the signings. Remember when we were talking about Jaquiski Tart and I was kind of hesitant on tagging him because I think they actually signed him. So I'm with you on that.
Mhm.
And then you also brought back, who was the other guy you brought back? You brought back Verrett. So you
Taylor
worked out.
and
Nope,
Jason
you brought before Taylor, you brought back Verrett. I think they get Taylor back late, guys. I don't think he's a guy that they're on the radar to try to get. Here's why. I think you tag Shark. And I think you pay him the 13 to 16 million because that's a vital piece that you want to already. Because what does Shark do for the 49ers? Blitzes, covers, like tackles, surely. The
He's
only
our
thing,
version of Jamal Adams. Talk your shit, baby.
the only thing that hinders me about to Shark is his age and durability. But I think you tag him because of his experience and his ability to do that when he's on the field. I think you don't sign Spoon. I think you let him go, and I think you draft the outside guy.
I like it. See that, and that's what I want us to create. That Apple just giving an example. I love that. And by the way, people saying that Shark is old. Him and Jason Verrett are both 30. Like,
Right.
If you can't be excited about one and not excited about the
The
other.
reason why I said his age, Mike, was because of durability, though.
Yeah, the durability. Yeah, no,
Yeah. That's why. It's not that he's old.
more durable. Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Nothing But Niners, man. It's been a great show.
I just want us to create a scenario, and I like it. I get the juices flowing because I have two other scenarios that I can throw out there. So I want to hear what Brian's got. If you need me to go again, I'll absolutely go again. But I want to hear some other scenarios where we have to tag somebody. And again, the tag can be used as a weapon in hopes to extend that person, not to play on that tag for the whole year.
Right. And then the only person I can see, like, I don't have the whole scenario laid out like you do because I didn't know we were going into that whole in depth like that. But first of all, we shouldn't tag anybody, just like the commenter said up there earlier. We're not in a position to tag any player. But if you want to have the scenario, then the only player that I would say to do that with would be Hyder.
I like
That's
that.
in my opinion.
I like y'all scenarios, and I can speak on why. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, look, you're bringing back a short. What? I can't like y'all scenarios and then
No,
talk
no,
about-
I'm making the face at Brian because he said I didn't know that's what we were doing.
I didn't realize you're getting that in depth into this.
Oh no, Mike, no, Mike. So that text
We'll
message.
go over free agents and create a scenario.
Brian,
I didn't realize you were like
Brian,
talking
stop.
about I'm
Brian,
going to sign
you're
this player, I'm going to
wasting
sign
your
this
voice.
player, and this player.
Brian,
That leaves me this.
You're wasting your voice, Brian. Mike is the greatest illustrator of all time. This dude is a storyteller. He will take one word and turn that shit into a novel, right?
I
saw.
told you it was going to be this.
You get what I'm saying?
But what I meant was we were going to write 375 pages on
a
this.
dissertation, right? And so you see why I'm just gonna go off of what Mike said. So Mike might as well talk about all his scenarios, and I'm gonna spin them. I think that's how I'm gonna do mine, because I didn't
do a 5-point paper. Oh, I meant a dissertation. You need to do your dissertation on this.
Speaking of novels, I finally saw for the first time in my life the It novel. That shit is this thick.
That's thick. That's why I had to make 2 movies.
It's 1,200 pages. I said, what is wrong with Stephen King? He's got issues. If all his books are that long, those that read his books got issues too.
What are you going to do if you're hanging out in Maine, man? You're like locked in your house like 8 months out of the year.
Good point. Good point. So Mike, scenario 2, man, because I like, yeah.
Oh, you want another scenario? Okay, all right.
Yeah. Keep it moving, man.
I have another
Just don't make it as elaborate. Like, just get straight to that point.
Okay.
Mike
all right.
beat around the bush.
So I have one for you here. The 49ers are in contract talks with oh God, what's his name? We just talked about him, Ronald Blair. The 49ers are in contract talks with Ronald Blair, and they lose him to the Jets. Okay, they wanted Ronald Blair for his versatility. We can't get him. They in a panic move, they go out, they overpay just a little bit for Kerry Hyder. Okay, now Kerry Hyder's also a 30-year-old player. They know that he doesn't have a lot left in the tank, but they're still going to offer him a 3-year deal. They're going to offer him this deal, and they're going to say, "All right, it's going to be the most money you've ever made in your time in the NFL. It's not going to be a ton, but we're going to give you $8 million a year." Okay, Kerry Hyder takes that deal. He accepts it. But the reason they wanted Ronald Blair was for his versatility. Okay, I can see the 49ers tagging a player like DJ Jones. Okay, now the defensive tackle tag is 14 11.1 or 11.4 if you transition him. All right. The reason I'm throwing that in there is because who do the 49ers have on the defensive line right now that you can depend on?
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
Now, we started the show with Nick Bosa coming back healthier than ever, but what you say, Breezy? I got to see it, right? Those were the words that you guys were saying to me. I got to see it. So you take him out of the equation.
Yep.
You got Kevin Givens, you got Street, you got Kinlaw, you got Bosa coming back. Armstead's there. I mean, to me, that if you're trying to tag Blair, that's just too much. To me, I wouldn't spend the money on him. Not that kind of money.
It's why you're tagging them. That's the thing. We want you. You're not getting out of our building. You're gonna sign this tag, or we got your rights. Right. Like so we're gonna work out a deal.
So you're willing to tag Blair over Hyder because Blair's younger?
I extended Hyder.
No. I'm just asking in a different scenario. My bad. I was asking in a different scenario because we were talking about that. We were talking about that earlier.
Because
versatility.
Right. You remember I said that they wanted Blair for his versatility. They lost him. So now we have to get a defensive tackle because we got Hyder to play end. So now it's DJ Jones time. We have to put that tag on DJ Jones because who's the run stopper?
The
defensive tackle, what is it, Brian?
Isn't it 15?
No,
defensive tackle is 14-1 or 11-4.
Right.
Close.
Right.
Why am I so skeptical of tagging a player that hasn't given me a full season's worth of work?
Well, right. I mean, realistically, what is the franchise tag used for? I mean, why do teams
to keep people from getting out the building?
To keep people who are highly
valued
from leaving the building.
So
any other team from talking to them.
So if you feel DJ Jones is highly valued, I get where Mike is going with it. So
I don't think he's that highly valued.
Can I be honest with you guys? I think what 49er fans aren't thinking about is that our defensive coordinator just went to a team with hella cap space.
Which he can afford to overpay.
He can, not only that, he knows which guys are really good on this team. So he might have a value in his head. Like we have to stop them from hearing him.
Okay, I see where you're going with it.
You understand what I'm saying?
No. I see where
offensive-minded guy that's his offensive coordinator now, who might say, "Hey, Kendrick Bourne, come teach these guys how to play X, Y, and Z, or X, Y, and what they call the slot position. They call it something different."
I know. Well, those are the three wide receiver positions. So you said it right.
Yeah, they called it something else. But that's my point. Because Bourne played all three of those positions at a high level for the 49ers. They might say he's not going to give you the production, but he's going to be a wide receiver 2, no matter where he lines up, and he knows all those positions.
Or he may give you the production because he just needs more opportunities.
Right, exactly. And so the point is that we have to remember what this tool is used for. Like you said, don't listen to those other offers. We put this tag on you. You can't talk to them now. You either sign it or you're sitting out a season. But either way, we have your rights. You can't talk to them because Robert Saleh is coming for guys like DJ Jones and Ronald Blair.
And they know that.
Harry Hyder. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. We have to keep in mind who we're competing against. It's not whether or not the whole league thinks these guys are good. We got to think about what happened here this year.
Sure.
And Robert Saleh wants to implement a system. He knows what Shanahan did. He knows that that Shanahan signed
but I
Logan
think
Paulson to come in and teach the tight ends what to do in the system. He didn't sign Logan Paulson because he was some numbers stud that was going to put up 1,000 yards a season. No, come teach these guys how to block in my system. That's why you get a Logan Paulson.
I kind of think that the philosophy is a little different, though. I see where you're going, and I see how that makes sense. But I don't think Shanahan cares about that. And if he feels like he needs to go get a guy, he'll go get a guy that has some value of teaching to come in here. I don't think we should tag these players that just aren't going to be. We don't know if they're going to give us the production that we're looking for. I think we go out and just get other players, right? Like, I mean, That's just what I think. I don't think
You
they
don't think
waste the
DJ Jones
tag.
is worth the
I
tag?
think that you can replace Hyder. I think you can replace DJ Jones, and I think you could replace Ronnie Blair if we
See-
have to. And you can't tag all three. So even if you tagged, say, DJ Jones, Hyder's gone. If he wants, if what you're saying is Saleh has the ability to pull these players that he knows are going to fit in his system and can teach his new team how he wants things done, we're still going to lose some guys. But I can't see how someone who's not a starter on this team I don't see how you can tag them.
But he was a starter, right?
DJ Jones. Okay.
Jones was.
Yeah.
Is
Oh, okay.
DJ Jones the top 4 defensive lineman on this 49ers team?
Yes. Yes. His impact is there. So
I think DJ Jones can be replaced by Kevin Gibbons.
No. And I'm super high on Kevin Gibbons. I think you got DJ Jones messed up.
I think DJ Jones healthy is probably the best defensive tackle we got on this team. That's over Kinlaw. That's over Armstead
Yes.
when he lines up on the inside. I think
Yes.
he's the best. And the reason why I say that is, he can beat linemen and get to the quarterback, and he can stop the run.
He beat double teams, and
You get what I'm saying? No. So your value for him, I get it. At 15 million. That's a lot for one player.
And it's a lot for that position, unless he's Donald, excuse me. Unless you're playing at that caliber, which I don't see. I understand he's a great player in this defense, but he is not one of the top. Like, he is not Aaron Donald. I'm not paying him that kind of money. I wouldn't tag him. But I already said that. I mean, I wouldn't tag anyone on this team because we're not in a situation where we can do that. But since we're just making scenarios up, I guess if I was going to tag one of the 3 potential losses that may get scalped by Saleh, then DJ Jones would probably be the one.
Okay.
So did we all give a scenario?
I didn't want to.
We didn't really. I didn't really break down a scenario. I just said who I would do. Who I would.
I mean, if I had gave you a scenario, it wouldn't even be a scenario. I mean, it's just kind of like if I had to pick one player that I would tag, no matter freaking what. I'm a defensive line guy. Like I just really believe you get the pass rush right, the secondary can fall into some type of a place. And if I had to pick a guy on that line, I'm really struggling between a DJ Jones, who healthy is a force to be reckoned with, and the fact that you can rotate him in makes him even much more of a force, and to hopefully remain healthy, right? Because now you're rotating him in. But it's something about Hyder. It's
also based off of the fact that we think that Verrett's coming back. Because I would, in a minute, tag Verrett over anyone on the defensive line.
See, I feel like
because
if you
of
get
our
that
secondary situation,
if our pass rush is dope, and I'm not saying any cornerbacks can play here, I just think you can go get some cornerbacks that'll fit our new defensive back coach's style to come and play. I think they can do that, and they got at least one guy they can work with, and they could draft another guy. So I don't know if you got to necessarily franchise tag Verrett. I think you tag that pass rush, man. Like at the end of the day, that pass rush has to find a way to get home, and without that, like the secondary is going to struggle. I don't care who you got back there. So I think I will go with that pass rush guy, and I don't care if it's from the inside or out. It's DJ Jones is dope, but Kerry Hyder was healthy, and what are we missing on the other side?
I thought y'all would come up with a scenario where we tag Hyder, and that's why I shut up. Like I used other.
Well, I just said Hyder. That's the guy who I want.
But I'm saying that's why I didn't do him, because there's definitely a scenario as to where Hyder would have to get tagged.
I just feel like you gotta tag that pass rusher and then draft a speed guy. All right. And let this guy come in on rotational downs, situational downs. You got 2 ends that can get to your quarterback. Who do you choose? Hyder sacks might go up to 15.5. You're talking about Shaq Barrett. Like, that is the potential role. And you can get you just mentioned a scenario where you can kind of get Hyder on the cheap if you work out a deal. But if I had to tag a guy, I'm gonna tag the end. Isn't that where you pay your money to? You don't pay a lot of money to quarterbacks. You pay a lot of money to cornerbacks. You pay a lot to your quarterbacks and your edge rushers, and left tackles don't necessarily get tagged. They get signed. Right? This is why Trent Williams wants to test free agency.
Why Trent Williams said, "Hey, I've never been a free agent before."
So I think you tag Hyder.
Yeah,
that's the guy I will go with.
And with Hyder, fucking, I'll say it now, and I'll double down in a couple of months. If Hyder comes back and Bosa is healthy, Hyder will out-sack Nick Bosa.
I just said that. I just said it.
Yeah.
He's going to get the attention. He's going to get the double team.
Yeah, for all the right reasons.
For all the right reasons.
And that is not to diminish anything that Nick Bosa is doing.
No, it's not.
The better Nick Bosa is, the better Gary Hyder is. Bro.
That's what you want.
Yep.
So can we go back to Nick Bosa and why he dominated? It was because for the majority of a season, you had a healthy D Ford. And he, not that he demanded a bunch of double teams, but he demanded a bunch of special players to make sure he don't get to the quarterback. So you had Nick Bosa on one-on-ones, just overpowering cats and getting to your quarterback. What happened to Nick Bosa's play when D Ford went out? It diminished.
It made the 49ers realize we need someone behind Ford, not someone behind Bosa.
Do you understand? I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Right.
Ford,
and so
Bosa's sack numbers were higher when Ford was in.
Right.
And when Ford went out, they doubled him, and then we had to find someone to come off the other side. And we were trying, and then here comes Hyder, and it's like, there you are. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I like it. I like it, man.
And that's why I go with him, because his upside is he can get to the quarterback. And he has a niche for this defense, right? Like, he seems like he came out of nowhere and he just fits. And he could have been playing for a contract too. That's another reason why you tag him. Make him continue to play at a high level so he can get that contract. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to do that. But that's one of the reasons why I would tag. I know the number is high. It's what, 17 million for the end?
It's like all our cap space. That shit crazy.
Okay. But you said if I could,
but that's before you do all the other mystical math that Parag's going to do to open up more cap space.
Yeah. Okay. I
even ran a scenario today where I actually extended D Ford, and it actually opened up a shit ton of money, which I was surprised about.
You think that's something that the 49ers would do? Because they do want to see him get healthy.
They might.
I don't know that they would. I just wanted to see what would happen if I tried it, and when I did, it opened up like, I don't know, $8 million or something like that.
You should get 7 or 8 million if you.
But you know what? I wouldn't be mad if they did, because if you cut him, you're gonna lose $8 million. So why not extend his contract? Why not give him another year to get his back to see what happens? And then that money is gonna go down. Like, he has 2 more years left on his contract. If you know what I'm trying to say, I would extend it. You got to do. Look, the 49ers are gonna have to do what they have to do to free up some money, and it ain't gonna be easy breezy. No pun intended. Great show, guys. Great freaking show. I'm about to go watch The Wire so I can go to sleep.
All right, man. I can't get into it, man.
You didn't like The Wire?
Oh, me and my wife, babe.
What is wrong with you?
That show, The Wire, we're watching.
Why don't you like The Wire?
All right, so we're like 6 or 7 episodes in, and it's giving me, and maybe it's because when it was made, it's giving me like bootleg New York Undercover vibes.
It definitely doesn't give you bootleg. I get where you're coming from, though.
It's like New York Undercover on premium networks, not.
But it still wasn't cinematically shot like New York Undercover. That was still better on regular cable TV.
Right.
But you gotta understand that The Wire, the time era that it was based, how the drug game got brought to Maryland, and what it did to the streets. You gotta factor all of that in. Whereas New York Undercover was a little different. Remember Baltimore didn't know anything about that until New York.
I think I have to respond off air.
Okay.
I really think I have to respond off air because we, not just me and we are trying to get into the show.
I
Like
just don't understand.
we're those people that look at highest rated movies, highest
Yeah.
rated
Yeah.
television series.
Yeah.
The Wire is always in the top 5, no matter which.
Because of the storyline. You guys are looking at it from, I don't know what view you guys are looking at it from, but you got to remember, like, The Wire came right
care about
after
the characters.
like right after Oz, which was still a weird shot show, and then it goes right into this, and then it's just like, wait, don't. So season 1, season 2,
Nobody
season,
told me this.
season 3 to 5 is like perfect. No, and in Coco Smith, season 2 is slower than season 1.
Oh fucking! Oh, no way!
But it has to be because it sets up seasons 3, 4, and 5.
But see, no one ever told me this. So we go
You
into
should've
it thinking we thinking that we're getting this great cinematography.
No,
like,
because The Wire has to set up the story, so you have to learn the story of the Barksdales. Then there's an interruption in that story, and you will see that in season 2. But they meet with this. They and then season 3, the Barksdales come back, and it's on another level. Then another crew comes in.
Okay, all right. So see, no one explained that. You know, if you like,
So I didn't think Sopranos was better, but I love Sopranos. Don't get it twisted.
I don't like Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards and
Game of Thrones was off point
that,
though.
but Game of Thrones is one of my favorite series, right? And when I tell someone about it, I tell them that it teaches you to care about politics because there's a lot of politicking in it. I said in the first 4 episodes are the slowest episodes of your life. I said, but they're the most
Game of Thrones took me 5 episodes. Yeah,
right. I said, but they're the most important because it explains to you who everyone is and what they're trying to do.
That's why you gotta be easy.
No one explained The Wire to me that way. It was just a great show.
All the HBO shows do this, bro. There's not one HBO. Even The Sopranos started off slow.
I never could get into Sopranos.
That's why.
I tried that too, and I was like, "Oh, come on."
Speaking of Sopranos, though, the movie's about to come out of Tony's son is going to play the young Tony Soprano. So that's about to drop and really soon.
All right, so now I can go and talk to the wife and say, "Hey, look, man, they told me to come in just like we did Game of Thrones."
So episode of The Wire, episode 7 through the end of the first season is when the stuff started picking up, and then episode 2 it slows down because it's introducing you a whole new story with some of the same characters. And then episode 3, 4th of July.
Okay, all right. So now,
Then episode 4
now
throws you a curveball because then they take it to the kids, and you're like, shit.
Okay.
And then episode 5, you just like, nah, and then it goes off. Yes, Danny. He gets no props, but he's whoever plays Marlo Stanfield is a phenomenal actor, and he played Marlo perfectly. I think he went to Yale, by the way. I know y'all don't know what I'm talking about. I think he graduated from Yale Repertoire Theater up here in New Haven. This guy, just look this guy up. Whoever he played Marlo Stanfield, he played in some other movies too, but he always seems to play that same gangster, weird, smooth operator gangster.
Marlo Brandfield?
That Marlo that
Marlo
Stanfield.
what?
Stanfield.
Marlo Stanfield.
According to Wikipedia, Marlo Stanfield is a fictional character on the H.
Yep, that's him. So Boardwalk Empire started slow, and I couldn't really get into that, but I eventually got into it because that movie's about bootlegs and B-sides. That movie was the old gangsters, like when they first Prohibition gangsters.
Yeah,
like
that was good stuff. I like that show.
Great show, right? Like dope show.
My favorite character of that was the guy that had half the face.
Yes. And then did you watch True Blood?
Yeah, my wife loved that show.
I love True Blood. It got weird, but
it got really weird.
That's vampires and fairies and werewolves and you never seen True Blood?
I saw 2 or 3 episodes after the black guy died in real life. The chef.
Oh yes,
the cook,
yes.
I kept seeing something online.
I didn't even know he died in real life.
I watched his episode. I liked what he did when the guy, oh, you got AIDS and all that shit, and like the burger that he served. Remember that scene? So I went back and watched that episode. But
I'm in a dark vortex, JK. This is my vortex.
Shit was weird.
Breezy's vortex room, yo. You know what I'm saying? I just like. I used to rock the green screen like Brian, And then it just felt like for me, when multiple people are rocking with the green screen, it just doesn't. It don't work. And so I let Brian do his thing, and then I just go, all black.
All right, try green screen real quick while we on. We wrapping up right now.
But I don't have my green screen set up.
You don't have it back there. Okay, all right, never mind. All right, so cool, man. I'm also waiting for Snowfall to come back. I like the
this show. I can't get into this show.
Black Mirror, that's got some weird stuff going on.
The first one I watched was the joint with the pig and
man, you can't start there.
Well, that's not the first episode.
Wait, I heard
it is, but you can't start there.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Time out. I thought Black Mirror episodes weren't linked to each other.
They're not. That's my
they're
point.
not. But
Then
if
why
you
did you
see,
start there?
Well, that's the first one.
because
that
it is
one,
just a jacked up situation.
that one will
they
mess
put in
you
there.
up. Is what Brian is trying to say. If you start on the first one, you're screwed for life.
You don't want to finish it. You're like, oh, I can't get into this.
And so that one messed me up. So I tried to do the second one, and then the last one I believe I watched was the one with the black dude that played the Falcon, and he was playing the dude on the video game, and then having sexual relations with the dude on the video game.
Yeah, that whole
It's weird.
series is crazy.
It made me not want to play video games. And then the other one that was dope was the one where you can control the show.
That was weird.
That
Yeah,
was
'cause you
fire.
can
Do
take
you
any
want
different?
to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all of them.
So listen to this. Listen to this. I swear to God, true story. Hand to God, right? I was talking to my family about get rich quick schemes, right? This is like 10, 15 years ago. And I said, imagine if you go to a movie theater and each chair has a button, A or B, right? And as you're watching the movie, you wait, there's a climactic part, and then it pauses and says, do you want the character to run or stay?
That's what
and
that
you
show
push the
did.
button. And I said that you record every scenario, and just whatever the majority is in the theater, that's the movie that they get.
Right.
And I even figured it out that you can get them to, the movie will end the same way. It's just how you go about
Get
getting
the routes.
Right.
So my uncles and my cousin, oh no, you're crazy. No one's gonna want to do that. When you go to the movies, you don't go to work, you go to sit back and relax. And I'm like, no, I'm telling you, people would want to feel like they're in control. It's a good idea. No. I told 4 other people about it. I dropped it, and I heard they did it in Black Mirror.
Yep.
Oh, that's what's up.
That was nuts. That whole
was a
show
dope
was
episode. Now, I don't know if Mike, I don't know if you and the wifey still watch this show, but Your Honor is on level 10, yo.
Oh, I finished that already. That's good.
It messed me up too, Mike.
That was a well written
show, yo. So you're with me. It's done, right? Like there's no new season, right?
They could do one, but
I don't see it the way it ended.
Yeah,
I don't see
it. There's no need.
So Bryan Cranston is one of my favorite actors.
They absolutely could.
But how do you think they can? Because you got it's just him. I know you don't want to talk about it, but it happened already last week, so it's a week old.
Oh, because now you could. Do they pursue the shooter? Do they?
I get where your scenarios are going, but I I don't think so.
Okay.
Queen of the South. I seen all the Queen of the South. That junk was dope. Teresa. It's a good thing. It's a good scenario to bring up. Do they get the shooter? Is the beef between them over because he still got his oldest son?
I mean, not for nothing.
Or does this turn the judge into dark?
Well, you got to remember that the embrace when they made eye contact,
it was the same.
There was a smile from one side to the other. And now it looks like you did that on purpose because you got. Okay, this is what I'll say. Remember the phone call that was made to the judge, and then the end result.
Yep.
So now, from the outside looking in, this was all on purpose. I'm coming for you. So you could do a whole second season on just
who's coming for who? You saying the judge is coming for the gangster now?
I'm trying not to say that, but yes.
Oh, my bad.
No, but
whatever,
yes.
Yo. There's no way. What army, bro?
He's a judge. Come on, man. You know as well as I know.
If he was a judge, so hear me out, bro. if he was that dope as a judge, all of this stuff that happened would have been null and voided. My son would have been out of the country. Blah 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 blah. Now I don't care what type of feelings my son was having, but that's my son, and I'd have knocked him out if he didn't want to listen. And that's where the movie went wrong. The son started to disobey his dad. Mind you, the dad trying to clean up everything. So if the son would have just Adam, I ain't want to say his name, but if Adam's disobeyed God, so Adam disobeyed his father, got to draw the parallels there. I'm always preaching. So when he disobeyed his dad, look what happened.
The son was a psycho from the first episode.
He wasn't a psycho from the first episode.
Okay.
Mike, all right, Mike, let's have this conversation really quick, and I'm going to let you go.
We could. All right.
Mike, how was he a psycho from the first episode, Mike?
Have you ever? All right, I'll ask a dark question. Have you ever seen somebody dying before?
Yes.
Have you ever stuck your fingers in that person's mouth?
No.
He's a psycho. He was a psycho from the very first.
I don't think they drew the parallels. I don't think we knew the traumatic experience he had with his mom. I felt like they didn't finish that. They talked about it. They touched on.
That's some stuff that can come out in part 2 because they opened it up and then they closed it.
Well. The beginning of the show was his mom was a photographer taking pictures of the dudes, the gangsters, and all that, and then the open right, and the father squashed it. And so, yes, that can come out. I hope so. Showtime don't let me down. Now, do y'all watch The Chi?
No. I didn't watch that.
Another Showtime show. Damn. Showtime had 3 good shows. Weeds, Chi. I think Shameless came on Showtime too. Shameless was dope.
Shameless got wild. The first 4 seasons of Shameless was really, really good.
Shameless
and then they took a left and
all the way.
Like
I stopped watching it too, though. I can't get in the Tom King.
If you get 4 seasons of my time, I'm in. Like I watched all of Power, and Power was trash after the first 2 or 3 seasons. Power was garbage, but I invested too much of my personal time. I'm seeing this through. Now, when Power ended and they started the second shit, I didn't watch any of that. But
it was good.
Nah, I'm not. I don't care.
Listen, hear me out.
I don't want to hear nothing about Lord Tariq. I don't want to hear nothing.
It wasn't about him being Lord Tariq. It's about you being a chip off the old block, bro. Like you act like that story don't exist. I
don't believe in generational curses no more.
It's not about it being a generational curse. He was trying to do everything in his power to make his son not go down that route. Correct or incorrect?
Yeah.
Everything in his power. He was killing cats. He stopped killing cats. He stopped selling drugs. He stopped doing everything to be as legit. But the son got caught up once his sister died, that really tripped him up, right? And so, in this series of seasons, it was about the son not trying to be like his dad, but he had no choice but to be like his dad because of the situations that were set up. So he might have been smarter than his dad because he watched his dad go through things, but you got to watch it, yo. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. And the fact that his mama couldn't help him the whole season, that was dope. And he had to get help from Mary's character. Like, you get what I'm saying? I think you would like it. I think you would like it.
Listen, it's not that I would like it.
I'm out.
I didn't want to give the last 3 seasons my time. I'm not going to give him any more. Like 50, he got my support on for life. I'll watch that. I'm not giving you no more.
Okay, so let's have another conversation because Brian is like, I don't watch none of this shit. Look, I gotta put y'all onto a show though. It's a show called Big Sky.
Okay.
It comes on ABC, and it's official.
Really?
It's official.
Like regular cable. It's a good show.
Bro, ABC has some good shows.
Right.
How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal. Like, it's in that line of dopeness.
Okay.
But it's about people in Montana. And you gotta
is it like Yellowstone?
It's just gotta watch it, yo. You just gotta it's dope. Like the episode 1 will have you caught to where you're watching all 12 episodes.
So straight from the beginning. See, why couldn't all right, let me shut up.
Because it's on TV opposed to being there because primetime cable is always competing with the paid channels.
Yeah.
So the paid channels could take longer and they have more money to set up shows where primetime got to get it. They got to get you hooked, like right then and there. And ABC shows be on point with that. Like, think about How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal. What's that cop? The hospital show. I can't think of the name of that joint.
There's a bunch of them.
No, but one that come on ABC. Grey's Anatomy. Like, I'll never forget. I think I stopped watching Grey's Anatomy when the hospital blew up. Somebody put a bomb in a hospital, and then it was just literally was gray in there. I think that was my last episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for tuning in to Nothing But Niners, man. On behalf of Brian and Mike, man, we truly appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Y'all know by now, when we're done with the 49er talk, we gonna hit y'all with some stuff. Because you know,
and John V, man, I see a question here. So we are actually working towards coming up with an entirely new
brand.
Yes, a brand, new branding. And I'm gonna try to make it so that you guys can get the apparel right here through YouTube. Big things, very, very big things. So I'm working towards some stuff, but it will be coming. I want to say sooner than later, but sooner is relative, so I won't say that. But it's coming eventually. Oh, Ozark is a fire show. Oh my God.
March, guys. March 27th, y'all.
Oh,
can we please not binge watch this is the last season.
Ozark is a show
I hope Netflix finds a way to. I'm about to smack Big Daddy. That movie was trash. I hope Netflix finds a way to only let us watch like the first 3 episodes and then make us watch it weekly. Because I don't want us to binge that because y'all gonna give it away. I'm gonna be upset.
Binge what? What show are you talking about?
I don't want to binge Ozark. I want to enjoy. It's the off season. I need as much TV as I can get because
you gotta have discipline and watch it one.
It's not about discipline, man. All the other networks only give you a week, right? Apple TV, you got a week. You know what I'm saying?
Tiring, man.
Amazon week.
I like the option of watching them all because I never get through a whole season. Like me and my wife, it's 1 or 2 shows a night.
This movie was trash times 10.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of Snowpiercer?
No.
Isn't Chris Evans in this movie, y'all?
I don't know who that is.
You know who plays Captain America?
Okay.
He's in this movie. I had to review this movie on the show. Listen, man.
What?
Mike, I love that logo. Can we please get John V a custom hat with old logo and some hoodies? I'll buy 5 of each.
My man said his own name in it. Like he did super third person.
You're right.
I can't.
I'll hit you up, John V. Hit me up on Twitter, man. We'll talk, bro. We'll talk. But we have some things coming. And listen, I'll be honest with you, man. People have been killing us with the New Balance Niners. Like that's what they think and the Niners. But I love it, man. I like it. You know what I'm saying? But people have been getting this. So I just want to try to do something a little bit more original. But either way, we want to bring it to you on the YouTube channel. So you don't have to go to a bunch of different websites or anything like that. And we're going to go from there. So we will have some updates for you. But bro, Highway to Heaven, that was Michael Landon, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Somebody just told us their age too, by the way.
Dexter is not coming back. Did y'all see Dexter?
I seen Dexter. I saw all 8 seasons of Dexter.
I loved Dexter.
Now, he was a psychopath, but you had no issues with him, right?
No, because I understood him. Like I believe in being a righteous killer. All right, see, I'm gonna incriminate my. Can we get off the show?
Yeah, I think we should end the broadcast. Yeah, can we? All gas, no break. No, prepare for glory, anticipate pain, but always.
Say it right.
Let's do it right, man. Let's do it right. Go ahead, Mike.
Prepare for glory,
anticipate pain,
but always remain faithful.
We out of here.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we
see them nothing but Niners.
Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing